Alright, first and foremost, I want to say Kalalali Hawa, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Kodash, the bonus to the elders and apostles of Green Stone, and salutations to all brothers pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. I'm the brother Yahya from James Kingston, Jamaica camp, here once again with a quick lesson, man. And this lesson is pretty much backing off a video that was posted in our WhatsApp message group entitled A Message to the Brothers with Active Channels. Right, and a precept pretty much came to mind, man, and the precept is in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 19, which says, "Quench not the spirit." Right, when you look into the word quench, right, the word quench goes back to the Greek
Strong's G 4570, spenumi.
Okay, spenumi, which means to suppress, stifle, to divine influence, to extinguish, quench, right? And I thought about this precept because it has happened unto me many times, man. There are times when I get ideas to do a lesson and there is some negative response to that idea that comes to mind, whether it's that lesson is too basic or that lesson might not be is something that I have done before, even though I can bring out more edification on it, right? It might be something that has been brought out before. These are some of the thoughts that comes to mind whenever lessons come to the mind, man. But the thing is that these lessons that come to mind, they are of divine influence, right? The Heavenly Father has placed it in your mind for a purpose. Therefore, you're supposed to act on it, right? Act on it and prepare a lesson to do it or jot it down, but basically be proactive. You understand? Be active towards that divine influence, yo. You understand? You have a scripture in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 7, which says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord." So whenever the Lord beckons unto you by giving you a lesson, make no tarry to turn to the Lord. Be active in your approach when there is divine influence. You understand? Be active. Act up on it. Right? There are times when you might just be walking along the road and a precept come to your mind and a whole lesson flourishes from that. Jot it down, write it down, bear it in mind to do it at an appointed time, man. If you are in the out and about. Right? But be active when that divine influence come upon you, man, right? Because if you tarry for too long, it says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for the suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance," right? Because when you consistently quench the spirit, man, you're putting yourself in a very dangerous position. You're putting yourself in a position to be destroyed because you're consistently turning away from that divine influence, right? There is something that is called The Power of Now. I think it was a book. I can't remember exactly the author of the book. I think it's a guy by Ingrid or something like that. But nevertheless, you can look it up. The Power of Now, right? Pretty much the concept of the book is that always act upon a positive mindset. You understand? Always act upon things that are positive, that are things that are progressive. When it comes to mind, do it now. You understand? When it's something that you can do right now, get it done right now. Be active in your approach of how you deal with things that are progressive and that are spiritual builders. You understand? So yeah, that is the basis of this lesson. It doesn't need to be long. The point has been made, man. You understand? Quench not the spirit, and be active in your approach to divine influence. Right? So with that, I want to say Kalalali Yahawa Bashem Yashai, Bashem Kodash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Green Stone, and salutations to all brothers pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom.